The superstars of Fan Control Football Season 2.0 are not only the who's who of celebrity team owners and influencers, not the 21 million live views of our Emmy-nominated broadcast. Across Twitch, DAZN, Fubo, NBCLX, Peacock. Or our highlights that scored over 100 million views. And we can't forget best-in-class sponsors. But the biggest star of Season 2 is our play calling app that allow fans to control the action on the field. Fans pick a team, pick a play, 4 run plays, 4 pass plays to choose from. The play with the most votes is called in real time.
We got it.
This is where video games and live action come to life. And now, Fan Control Sports and Entertainment brings you Fan Controlled Hoops, where fans call the shots. Coming 2023, the future of sports is here, and it's Fan Control. Power to the fans.
Are you ready for it?
Oh, it's Monday. Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for it? It's Monday.
See everybody. Good to be here on a Monday. Getting back to work with Leighton Batiste. Leighton, international darts champion. Is that the new title?
Yeah. Should I have added the video? Like my whole sports interview? Okay.
You should have.
We'll show it towards the end of the show. But just long story short, there's this place called Flight Club here in Atlanta. It's like adult darts, basically. Like it's
Isn't
darts.
That a shoe thing too? I feel like I belong to a shoe thing called Flight Club.
Flight Club? No, I thought Flight Club actually was like the whole kit. Like they send you a box of clothing and everything with the shoes.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it gives you games to play, and not only did I hit the game-winning 3 points, that area, but I got a bullseye. And the cool thing is that it gives you the animated graphic of where your dart landed, and then it sends it to you. So I have proof
right
that
here.
I'm clutch in darts. So
good to see Freddy Airmail on the chat. Freddy Airmail will be on the show later today around 3:40 here Pacific time.
Yep.
UC_510 says when. Okay, first of all, when did people start taking the H out of the word when? I've seen this on in Discord. I've seen it in places. Put the H back in when. We're civilized humans. Okay.
No, we're simplifying language now. That's what's going on. Like everybody's simplifying language, and
it was back in the days.
I haven't seen it. I didn't know that.
AIM when I was my roommate in college, my freshman year roommate. Kid was an absolute doofus, and he would text me "What up?" and it would be WUTUPP. I'm like, you took out.
Wait, why are there 2 P's? But why are there 2 P's and up?
I don't know. The guy was totally. He's like, yeah, this is how I talk. Yeah. Anyway, UC_510. Ruthless Cutie and I, mostly Ruthless Cutie. I will give she 99.99%. And Patrick D's have been figuring out how to get as many of the in real life benefits to you and where they are and what. It was a drop ball after season 2.0, and we apologize, but we are making all of that stuff happen. There is a lot of signed things that were in a warehouse in Atlanta that we finally found.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen the treasure trove.
All right, at the end of Indiana Jones, the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, when they put the Ark in that huge warehouse full of just things, that's what our warehouse looked like. Yeah. That's what our warehouse looks like, right?
That's
and we want you to have all the IRL benefits, dog. I want you to have, if the in real life benefit was me dancing on your yard for a whole day, I would be going and doing that for you. I wouldn't offer that, but I'm saying if that was something that was offered, Leighton, I would provide that IRL benefit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Back to Work. We're here every single Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Josh Macuga, Leighton Batiste, the pride of Riverdale, Georgia, LSU fan, Atlanta Falcon fan, dart
all over the
machinist.
South, right?
Do you prefer Louisiana or Georgia? I've never
That's a great question. I prefer Georgia, right? So there's this video of, I forgot his name, but he played for LSU. He has a radio show on ESPN, and people are like, why do y'all put so much money in sports? He's like, well, we have nothing else to be happy about. We're first in everything you want to be last in, and last in everything you want to be first in. So I was like, you know what? I rep my Louisiana heritage, but I choose Georgia. I actually have the video of the darts thing Just to give people credit. Concept. I did a Sports Center top 10 concept on my personal Instagram, and this is it. Let's see.
This is Sports Center.
All right, welcome back to ESPN Sports Center. I'm your host, Leighton Batiste. This is my co-host, Leigh Batiste. We're going to take it down to Flight Club in Atlanta. The local Atlanta man playing a game of darts here needs a bullseye to win it, and right there on the money gets the victory with the big celebration. Let's roll back that celebration look with the big flex right there to let them know who's boss, and look at the face of defeat on the opponent. It's okay, baby girl, you are dating a winner. Next, we have the challenge of demolition here at Flight Club in Atlanta. Local man needs exactly 3 points to win, and right on the money, he comes in clutch again. Big celebration and the smile of victory on his teammate's face. But wait, look in the background. It was so clutch, the waiter had to come in and cheer him on too. This has been Sports Center on ESPN.
Wow. Yeah. I was at 3 o'clock in the morning doing that. Yeah.
Dude, you were like and boom goes the dynamite. I like to call it the waiter.
My voice, it wasn't as loud as I wanted it because it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And Ray was upstairs knocked out too.
Got it.
So I was like, let me sneak down and make this real. And then I'm going to post it.
Yes.
She's going to wake up tag to this video. So
I love it. I love it. Great work. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm like decent at darts. I think I go like in and out of being okay. Like sometimes I get like a nervous twitch and it goes all over the place. And sometimes I'm spot on. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I I think fan controlled darts is a fantastic idea because we can light up parts of the board and fans can they want to like lay out what they want guys to do. I don't know. I think there's some really cool things that you could do in fan controlled darts. And I watch those dart competition videos on TikTok and people go effing insane.
Well, see, like what's cool about Flight Club, they give you games to play, and one of them is called Killer, where you have to hit your number 3 times, and then once you hit it, you can hit the other team's number to kill them.
Oh,
so
I like
imagine the accuracy. Like they'll give you 8, and once you realize where 8 is on the board, it's like, wow, I have to throw across my body. This is
totally.
Loved it.
All right. Speaking of sports that people are good at and not what they're supposed to be really good at, but they're also good at, huge weekend for Steph Curry. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this guy can't get any better. Okay. It has 5 NBA titles? 5 of them?
Is it 5?
Okay.
Yeah.
5 NBA titles. Now he's done something Michael Jordan never did and won the American Century Celebrity Tournament of Champions in Lake Tahoe. And Jordan loves golf and he played in a lot of those celebrity things, but he's never won this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, not only did he win on the 18th hole with an eagle, but he had a hole in one. The crowd went insane. Listen, say what you want about the man. You can love him, you can hate him, but he moves the needle, Leighton.
He does. Hands down. I actually thought about you immediately when I saw that he did that. But the question that came to my head was, is he the best athlete since Dion to be a pro in one sport and then succeed at a high level in another? I see your eye twitching. But is he? Because Dion Falcons and Braves. Like it's so.
Well, Bo Jackson played for the Raiders and the Royals. So let's not.
I know, but Dion did it after, right? So I was trying to get it closer in time.
Got it. Okay.
Most recent. There it is.
Okay. First of all, no. Dion played at the highest level at the NFL. Like, listen, you can say what you want about Dion. He is an all-time great. He is maybe the greatest cornerback of all time, in my opinion, right? The greatest defensive back. I mean, he just was all over the field, right? He was not a great baseball player. He was good, okay? And he played 2 professional sports at the professional level. If Steph Curry went out right now and tried to play in a PGA Tour event, he would miss the cut by 10 strokes, I think. Right?
Okay.
The celebrity courses are set up so those guys don't look absolutely ridiculous, right? So those courses aren't super, super hard. The distances are brought down. I mean, I've played that course 5 times and it's not impossible. The greens are amazing. It's always in good shape. You can, scoring when you're good at golf. Now, listen, I'm not taking anything away from Steph Curry being good at golf. Tony Romo tried to qualify for a PGA Tour event, missed the cut wildly, right? And I think, he's never qualified for one. And if you talk to, saying that Steph Curry could compete on the PGA Tour based solely off this and off a hole-in-one and off playing very good at the celebrity thing, it is pretty insulting to PGA Tour players because they are
Got it.
They
They're
are
pros.
Now, here's something that Steph Curry could do at those distances. He might make the cut at an LPGA event. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe make the cut at an LPGA event. I think that would be just because the celebrities play from the same length as the women do. And in golf, really, the closer you are to the hole, the easier it should be, right? And that's pretty much the point of golf, right? So, and Jeff Samardzija was a 2-time Biletnikoff finalist and an MLB All-Star. Yeah, congratulations, Jeff Samardzija. Don't throw these Notre Dame guys at us, Freddy Airmail, okay? Samardzija didn't play football and baseball. He just played baseball. But Samardzija was pretty good when he was playing. But I think that he would have a chance of making a cut at an LPGA event. Do I think you would have a chance to contend? Absolutely not. I mean, you talk to any PGA Tour pro, anybody that watches golf professionally all of the time, plays professional golf all the time, they'll tell you straight up that a scratch golfer like Steph Curry would get smoked by LPGA Tour players.
Okay.
So,
I'm clipping this, by the way. This is good.
This
is good.
Clip it.
Oh, yeah, I'm clipping this. This is good. Okay. Now, that's context.
That being said, a walk-off eagle in a golf tournament where there are thousands of people around, the guy is always clutch, Leighton. He is always clutch.
Did you see the no-look putt?
Yes! Show it.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Yeah, I got it. It's right here.
Let's wild.
Look at this.
Here, how about this? We said this was going to be an interesting putt. All the way out to the right, then it's going to move quickly down to the left. It's trying to find that fall line.
Oh, yeah? This looks good. Oh, come on.
Oh! Are you kidding me? Well, it would have been much more appropriate for Steph to have another 3. But that...
I wanted to see the celebration. It was...
Yeah, and he did the Ric Flair? Is that the Ric Flair? I could be he's a showman, Leighton.
Yeah,
that's what golf needs. More showmen. They need more showmen.
Yeah,
be cocky out there. You know what my biggest pet peeve on the planet is when people in sports say act like you've been there before. No, act like you're never going to be there again.
Because exactly. Do you understand how many hours goes to any of these sports achievements?
Dude.
So when I get on the stage and I succeed, why can't I just shoot rockets? Let me do it.
Light off fireworks. Dude, I made a risotto the other night that was incredible. Amanda almost got pregnant again. I mean, that was how good that risotto. I mean, I'm celebrating all the little things, Leighton.
A risotto?
If life's too short not to celebrate.
Yeah, okay. No, because we watched Hell's Kitchen. We watched so many seasons, and that's all you hear is risotto. It's like,
hard.
Wow, you did
it's
it?
hard to make. Yeah.
Nice.
It's Jay Spacey says, what's more exciting, a Curry 3-pointer or a minus 2-pointer? I don't know what that means. What's a minus 2-pointer? I would like to point out that in spirit of celebration, Leighton, you made an entire Sports Center clip about your time at Flight Club for darts. That's what celebrating is all about.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, you're right. No, I don't think you understand how excited I was. I don't have a lot of clutch moments with that.
Yeah. Freddy Airmail isn't an eagle minus 2 from par. An eagle is very, very impressive, but a Curry 3-pointer to win a game, I in my opinion, there is there's nothing more exciting in sports than a walk-off 3-pointer, a walk-off home run, or a Hail Mary. There isn't anything that compares to the walk-off nature of sports, right? That's it.
What about,
overtime goal in hockey in the playoffs? I mean,
so where does a game-winning kick sit in all this? NFL.
It should not be allowed.
Really?
It kicks,
No, but we've
kicks
talked
out.
about this before. Yeah, we've talked about this before. Yeah, you shouldn't end a game on a kick.
No. You got to end on it. This is a game made of men punching each other in the face. And then you come out here with old Dingleberry kicking the ball with his little leather shoe that he got special from like a woman that sews him in a little house in Milan that he made a little journey for. Like, hello, I'm Francesca. I'd like my little kickerman shoe. And she's like, oh, I see. You have a bunny. I made a special for you. And then he goes out and he misses all these field goals, but yet he makes one from 46 yards away, which is his only job.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That entire journey was a Pixar film in my head. That's why it was funny.
My family make a special kicker shoe. It's from the leather of the ground. It's special spring water on top of the mountain. It's the plot of Luca, but just shoes. All right.
Yeah.
Back to work. Thank you. All right. Leighton. It's too late.
I know.
It's too late.
I know.
Okay. A few years back, that was going to be our Super Bowl year. I'm telling you right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was before Antonio Brown lost his mind. Le'Veon Bell was finally going to be healthy. The defense was healthy. We were the team. That was going to be the team. And Le'Veon Bell decides to sit out. By the way, we were offering him a franchise tag for like $13 million. Leighton, I'm going to put this into perspective. Even after taxes and paying your agent, that's somewhere around $7 million. Okay?
Yeah.
If you live your life somewhat responsibly, you can make $7 million last for about 40 years. Okay? Like $7 million is a lot of money. If you invest well and you let your you let interest take it, and I'm just saying, if you live within your means, you can make $7 million last a very long time. Okay. And Le'Veon Bell chose, nope, I'm going to sit out a year, forego that $7 million, go to the Jets, get hurt, be out of the league 2 years later. And everybody in Pittsburgh called it. Everybody. It was like, well, you can't sit with your time. Just letting your body sit and grow idle does not make you better. It doesn't. Yeah. You just get older.
And football is one of those sports where you don't want to stop, because once your body isn't used to getting, just playing and getting hit, it's really done. Like,
it's done. Yeah. The football shape is different from every shape. It's like being in hockey shape. Your body in playoff hockey gets absolutely destroyed. Okay. These guys go through hell. And now Le'Veon Bell comes out. He was like out just on his phone. It was at night. He's like, I want to apologize to Pittsburgh. Apologize now? I'm sorry, man. Too little, too late. You don't call your wife 6 years later and be like, hey, I know we haven't talked in 6 years, and I apologize for leaving our marriage a year ago, never talking to you, leaving you with 2 kids. Yeah. Okay. But I'm really sorry about that. Can we be friends? Fuck no. She's still pissed as fuck.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. Sorry. I am angry, Leighton. Tell me I'm wrong.
No. First off, from a Falcons fan, right? I'm seeing all these pictures of Calvin Ridley in a Jacksonville Jaguars uniform. I'm pissed.
Sure.
You broke an NFL rule by betting on games when we needed a number 2 wide receiver. I mean, and then you leave. Now we're stuck with Marcus Mariota throwing to the other team every week. And now I think he even apologized to us. I have the video of Le'Veon Bell. You want me to play it?
Sure. Play the video.
Do you want to hear this apology?
Sure. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I never apologized to the fans for really sitting out or leaving the Steelers. I never apologized. So I'm going to say I apologize for leaving the best damn fans there is in this damn world. I shouldn't have left. I apologize. I should never have left. I apologize. That's my fault. That's on me.
Here's my question. As a NFL fan to a diehard Steelers fan, what was he hoping to get out of this?
I have no idea. Yeah. It's Chase basically says, why does this feel like a personal cameo video? I don't know. There's got to be, like my uncle has got to be somewhere. Dude, I tell you what right now, okay? Le'Veon Bell cannot come back in his house and think he's welcome for dinner, okay? He ain't coming back to no alumni games. He ain't coming back like wearing his old number 26, a Killer Bees jersey, okay? He ain't welcome. Okay. We had Brian, Bell, and Roethlisberger. Okay. 3 Bs, Ben, Bell, and Brian. We didn't win no Super Bowl because Le'Veon kept hurting his dang groin. And then he's like, I'm going to sit out and not take $13 million. He is an absolute doofus. He has bad advisors. He's a moron. He's a moron. Yeah. And Leighton, now we're in the age of running backs are a dime a dozen. They're a dime a dozen. Le'Veon Bell was awesome when he was good. Mm-hmm. He was so good. And he had one more year to do it with the Steelers, and we would have paid him again. We just kept franchise tagging him. But he wanted an extended deal, and I understand that. And that's what Saquon wants now. And apparently, who else did I see? Another Zeke, running back.
Right? Doesn't Zeke want this from the Cowboys?
Yeah, right? Listen, I'm sorry, guys. Running backs are not going to get it. You got to take your money where you can get it. If you don't think that extension is worth it, get laden with bonuses or take the franchise tag but teams aren't dumb. And listen, Saquon Barkley's a Penn State guy, Leighton. Okay?
Yeah.
I will go to the moon for that dude. But if I'm a football general manager, you cannot give a running back like Saquon Barkley more than 3 years.
No. Yeah. Especially a back like him, because I think the backs who are going to have longer careers are the pass catching backs. And I know that sounds weird, but a guy whose career is just downhill running, 3 years. But if I could put you out here, maybe get some space, and we'll see. But I do agree. I think the downhill backs, you've got 3 years, and then that's it.
You got it. And those rookie contracts, listen, collective bargaining and everything. I think the running backs need a better version in the collective bargaining as far as rookie deals go, because, look at Austin Eckler, Saquon. I mean, these guys, the Steelers are now going to probably 3 and 4 running backs, depending. Najee did nothing really last year, and Jalen Carter is probably going to come through, and you have to be a Marshall Faulk like back where you're catching things out of the backfield. You're multiple, the downhill running back, like you said, man. I'm echoing your sentiments. Pollard, I don't know. It's just these teams can't they've got to reserve the payment for stud wideouts, stud O-line, stud D-line, and most importantly, the franchise QB. And sorry, running backs, but you don't move a point spread. Yeah. You don't. You're starting running back.
You hit it
now?
On the head.
Yeah.
You hit it on the head. Yeah.
And have you watched much of the QB thing on Netflix? Have you watched much of it?
No, I haven't. The only reason I haven't is because I know they talk about Marcus Mariota, and I don't think y'all understand as Falcons fans how painful that whole era was, if you want to call it an era. It was just painful.
How he got on this show, no idea. I feel bad for Marcus Mariota. Like, I totally forgot he was even a quarterback in the league until this show. I was like, oh, right, Atlanta.
Well, when we signed him, I remember when we signed him because he had gray hair. And we're like, oh my gosh, how long has it been?
He does have gray hair.
How long has it been?
Was he the quarterback after Joey Harrington, or were there a couple more in between there?
No.
That's maybe is Freddy Airmail's giving us
no.
Yeah,
he was the quarterback right after Joe.
No, that can't be right.
No. There was at least 2 guys between him, because keep in mind, Mariota was in the 2014 national title.
Okay. 2015 draft class. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk briefly about the women's the WNBA All-Star weekend. Obviously, the highlight is Sabrina and Yescu setting the all-time record from. Did we hit the back door? Did you do it?
I did it. Yeah. Did it come up late?
It didn't. I got to be honest with you. I don't. They bring in the WNBA players for the NBA All-Star weekend, and the NBA is doing summer league. Why aren't there NBA guys doing some stuff there? And should there be something different? Like, should they be doing something different for this? You know what I mean? Like, should they really think outside the box as far as some fun stuff to do here?
I do think that they should play for money, and the money should go towards adding an extra roster spot, because they keep cutting players every week in the WNBA. I don't know. And honestly, this is terrible of me. I was watching the Brittany Griner highlights, and the same way like NBA. Okay, so the same way the NBA guys jog through the All-Star game,
yeah,
it's the same jog in the WNBA All-Star game.
Yeah, yes,
and I don't like that.
I don't
know why. It just rubbed me the wrong way, and I mean, I think that's why I had a problem with her dunk, was because I would have loved if she like took off. Like even in the NBA All-Star game, when LeBron or somebody's about to dunk, they still take off with full intensity and dunk this. And it was like,
she does the same dunk every time, Leighton.
Yeah, she does. She does.
I'm sorry. We got to get something else.
Yeah, I do want her to evolve her dunk. I do.
Give me something. Hey, even if it's a little 360 twirl, she's only goes with one hand. She's 7 feet tall. If you can't dunk when you're 7 feet tall,
I'll play the dunk real quick.
I'm not trying to insult.
Now BG with the head of steam.
It's making me so happy.
There is nothing more important you will see this weekend than that. There it is. BG is.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry, Leighton. It's almost an insult to female sports that we are getting excited about that.
Yeah.
It really. I'm sorry.
I really wanted to see her take off. Like, and I get it, it's her first season back, but I really want to see her like.
Yeah, but Leighton, in between last season and this season, she was in a Russian prison. Okay, it's not like she got hurt. She was just hanging out in a prison.
Yeah, but she wasn't. Okay, but to her credit, she wasn't dunking in the prison. It's not like she was having like dunk training. Okay, I'll leave it alone because this could turn into a really bad.
I understand. What I'm saying is that the WNBA, in order to move the needle for the All-Star weekend, Sabrina Ionescu deserves all of the accolades. Her setting the all-time thing, that is awesome. Put her and Steph against each other, whatever you want to do. But don't come at me and tell me that I'm supposed to be impressed by the same thing I've seen 20 times already from her.
Yeah.
It's not different. Let's get creative. Okay?
It's literally the same dunk. Yeah.
It's the same dunk.
You're right.
I would, dude, I'm telling you right now, if that's the Shaq did the same dunk every time, I wasn't that impressed. The only time I was impressed with the Shaq dunk is when he brought down the entire rim, backboard, the entire frame of the basketball hoop his rookie year. Okay.
Well,
the only time I've been impressed.
He came out and said the reason why he broke the backboard is because he heard that you were no longer impressed by his dunks. So he knew he had to go in and break the backboard. It was all because of you, Josh. It was all because of you.
Thank you. Well, I'll tell you. Thanks everybody for being in chat, and thank you, Leighton, for that. I appreciate that. The fact that Shaq even knows who I am really feels good. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course.
Sarge _2009 in chat said, man, am I ready for 3.0? Where can I find when it starts? Am I missing it on star? No, we have not made any announcements about football for 3.0, but it will be coming in 2024. I can tell you that much. Okay. Speaking of women's sports, it's not like she was sitting around eating Dunkaroos.
That's
pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they fed her in a Russian prison, but I can't imagine it was good. So she had to be legitimately hungry to get back on the court, and probably actually hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarge says, I'm not in Discord. Was there a date previously? I could have sworn it was going to start in March, maybe. We never had a solid date set for it. But the idea, I mean, the goal was to start then. We've just, had some hiccups and some hurdles to get through. And we're just, tech not ready and everything getting ready for other different things that we're building within the company. So just stay tuned, Sarge, and we appreciate your fandom, man. So thank you for chiming in. Okay. Live from the, you ready for it this time? You ready for it?
All right.
You ready for
Hold on. Can I stretch? The last one was rough. All right, keep going.
Back to work. All right, we're going to get back to work. Okay. Why does it keep doing that? All right. Live from a FedEx truck, but wait for it. Jose. Okay. Okay. Jose.
What is it?
All right. It's just Ked's shoes. It's Ked's X. Kedx. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about the Women's World Cup, the one and only, the legend himself, Jose Ruckus, bringing the ruckus. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, other than, the heat, which I'm sure you're dealing with as well.
It's a little hot where we are, bud. It's a little hot.
Yeah, I tried to play golf yesterday and had to tap out after, the front nine. It got up to a 115.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Is too hot. I heard somewhere in Spain it was like 134 degrees.
Yeah, I was like they clocked that on like an airport somewhere.
Yeah. On the yeah. It's guys, hey, climate change is real. Okay, don't listen to your dad.
Yeah. My mama said.
My mama said. All right, huge week ahead. I would tell you what. We only this summer. We've only had about, and I know you're such a giant baseball fan, so it doesn't really affect you as much, Jose, but we haven't had like the usual doldrums that bring us down. We've only had like this little lull. Now we go straight into the Women's World Cup. We've got a major golf championship this weekend, and NFL training camps start this week. So we're back, baby.
Yeah, this has been a fun summer.
I know. All right, so Women's World Cup starts Thursday. Am I correct, or Friday? What do you got?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. First question for you, as we look at this, obviously we're the clear betting favorites. Caesars has us currently at plus 225 to win it again, go back to back. Do you think that there is some
3 in a row?
3 in a row. Sorry. Back to back. Oh God, we're so good at soccer and women. It'd be awesome if our men and women were both good. Anyway, do you think there is some crazy, strange world where we don't make it out of the group stage, where that could actually happen?
No, I mean, there's always, the surprise every single person on the team gets injured. That's always a possibility in sports. But no, we have a pretty easy group. When they're with Vietnam and Portugal, like it'll be insane if we don't make it out of this group. I couldn't happen, really.
Okay. I see, Leighton, this is the kind of stuff I eat at the sports book when I'm going to make bets. Like, it'd be a crazy bet. Like the women don't make it out of the group stage. Let's bet on that. Okay.
Lost money.
Done and done. Jose, dark horse team we should be maybe looking at that can maybe make a run.
From the point of view of like, if you look at like the sports book odds, I think Canada has such like a crazy price. I think they're 10th around like the same odds that you get for Japan.
Japan, really Brazil, plus 2,500. Okay.
Yeah, they're a really good team. Like I don't think they've been scored on this calendar year. Like
holy shit.
Yeah, they are having like a lot of problems. Like the pay for the Canadian players is like really, really bad. They can't afford to play like friendlies leading up to the World Cup. It's like a huge issue. But when you look at like the actual table, like that's the same story that you get with a lot of these teams, actually. Like there's a lot of drama going on right now with most of the teams in the Cup. So I think that there's kind of some overblown stuff going on with the Canadian team. And I think that they could actually do really, really well.
Okay. I like, you know what? I'll say it straight out. I root for Canada in a lot of sports. I do.
Oh, wow.
Good.
I like their men's hockey team. Sidney Crosby always plays on it. That's my dude right there. What do you think? What do you think our percentage chance? Yeah, dude. I root for the Canadian men's hockey.
I get super patriotic when we play them in hockey for some reason.
Really?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Like
I have a Team Canada hockey jersey.
All right, Josh. Okay.
Yes.
Looking at you different now.
Jose's really pissed now. Now he's over it, you know? Okay.
Cool.
What do you think the percentage chances are that we go back to back to back? What do you think the 3-peat?
It's difficult to say. We've had some injuries that have hurt us really bad. Mallory Swanson, one of our best players, hurt. Our captain hurt. The teams at the top of the league, I think, are really going to be gunning for us. I think, some of the better teams like Germany, England are sick of losing to us, time after time. So I think there's going to be, some people aiming at us. But the path looks really good. Our group is a fairly easy group. We should be able to win it quite easily. And then after that, the odds-on favorites for us to play in like the quarterfinals will be like Argentina, who haven't qualified in almost 20 years, have a really bad history at competing in these tournaments.
Wow.
And then like after that, we play like a very easy group after that. So the path is there. So I'm just going to say, it's like a coin flip here, 50-50. It either happens or it doesn't.
Wow. That's okay. 50-50. I'll take that all the way to the sports book. Who's the best U.S. player at the moment then on our team?
So, I mean, you obviously have to give respects to like Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan. They're the greats. But the best player is probably Sophia Smith. She's leading the Golden Boot race in the National Women's Soccer League. She's like, I think she scored like, 10 goals in 9 games there or something like that. She's really, really great. She's one of the best scorers on our team right now. So I think she's going to be like the big star this time around.
I love that. I like that. I don't know. There's something about the World Cup, man. It's just it's magical. Is there like a young U.S. star you think that's going to have a breakout World Cup that isn't Sophia Smith?
Yeah, I think Trinity Rodman is going to become like a huge star over the next couple of weeks. I mean, she's Dennis Rodman's daughter, so there's that got it going for her. But like,
wild.
She's been really impressive. She scored 2 goals against Wales just last week. And like the hype around her, like she's the youngest drafted player in the history of the National Women's Soccer League. Her coach has said that like if she was a guy, people would be talking about her like she's the next Neymar. Like that's what people are comparing her to.
Whoa! What?
Yeah,
that is
like she's
awesome.
good.
Holy shit! Now I'm pumped. Holy cow! Do they call her like Baby Worm? Do they call her anything about a worm or anything?
I think we can come up with something. We'll give her a nickname.
Do we think like right now, if Sweden has become a rival in the Olympics and last few World Cups, are they our biggest rival right now, or do we think it's somebody like England or Germany?
I mean, I think if you were to ask some of the older players there, they are, if we get matched up against Sweden, they're going to be really excited to knock them off after, they took us out of the Olympics. But I do think that it's going to be like those top teams like Spain and Germany, they really want to take us down. So, we might see some kind of new rivalry develop in that sort of sense.
Oh, the Germans, Leighton. That come in, they're all like eating the schnitzel and so very excited about the soccer and like, the American women. They're Rodman. Oh, Rodman went to North Korea to like be friends with Kim Jong-un, but now she's a soccer player. Oh, and then they, friggin' Germans, man. I'll tell you what. Do the Aussies have a chance at home, Jose, or is this sort of like a?
So this is tough because I mean I would say that they do have a chance. They have probably the best player in the entire tournament. Sam Kerr is maybe the best scorer in the history of women's soccer.
She's so good.
But yeah, she's incredible. But they don't really have anybody else. Okay. I think you're gonna see like they probably get out of their group, but then after that, I think it's gonna be very similar to when she was playing in the Women's Soccer League finals, where she's the only scorer on that team. You're gonna see that her get kind of closed out. And nobody else is going to be really there to pick up the slack. So they do have a sense, like they have a shot in the sense that if Sam Kerr blows up, she's going to be great and they can win, but they really don't have anything else going on that team.
Okay. Sam Kerr, Leighton. And finally, over under 25 total goals scored by the U.S. in the tournament. Now we're getting into some sports gambling.
I would take the over. I expect us in the group stage to put up a lot of goals. That's kind of what happens. These lower teams like Vietnam and Portugal, we're going to put up a great amount of goals on these teams. And then, like I said, the path after that, the next 2 games that we're supposed to play if we win our group are supposed to be against relatively easy competition. Like I said, if we do play Argentina coming out of the group finals, last time they played the World Cup, they got knocked like 11-0 from Germany. The scores get really high against the bad teams in this World Cup. So I would take the over, I think.
Do you think that we're putting too many teams in the World Cup then? Or do you think that...
No, it's just a matter of not a lot of the lower level teams have been able to catch up in terms of the money.
Yeah, right.
They're not willing to put the resources it is that we have. You know, that's why the United States dominated for so long, is we were the only ones, because of Title IX, putting in a good amount of resources into our program. That's starting to catch up when you see with Germany, with Spain, with England. These teams are catching up. But for the, Koreas and Argentina especially is really lacking on the resources that they're putting towards their team.
I mean, why doesn't Messi just take half of the salary that guy's worth $5 billion?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah.
I invest in the women's soccer.
It is ridiculous, I think, especially like you would think that these teams would like the fact that the US is dominating this so much and we don't even care about this sport. You think that they would take more pride in the sport that they actually care about.
I know.
Yeah, I think it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. And your final question here, Jose, and thanks for being here, buddy. It's always great to see you. Do you think that the World Cup final goes to PKs, or do you think it ends naturally?
I hope it doesn't. I'm not a big fan of PKs. I understand that it's exciting. I get that there's this big moment of drama, but I really hate any overtime. We just play a different game now. Like we stop playing the game and we do this little mini, like it's very important. I hate that. I would guess not. The teams that are up at the top of this World Cup, like Germany, Spain, they're really good scorers. Like when Germany matches up against, they have this huge size advantage. They score so well on set pieces. I really don't think that it's going to come down to PKs, and I would really hate if it does.
Yeah. Okay. Jose Ruckus, the absolute legend. Thanks for being here, buddy. Women's World Cup starting Thursday. I'm pumped for it. Another sport to just always have on in the background. Soccer is a very good background sport because the announcers let you know when you're getting close to the goal. Okay. We're good.
Exactly.
Be safe out the way. Hold on, before I let you go, Freddy Airmail is on next, and he wanted to say hi to you.
Freddie.
What's up, Jose?
What's going on,
hey,
man?
guys.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Freddy. Yeah.
It's been a while since we've been able to, chat on screen on a.
All right, Freddie. This isn't some reunion tour, okay?
No.
All right. Well, it's good seeing you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Love you, Jose.
Yeah. Always great to have you, man.
Good stuff.
What's up, Freddy Airmail? You beauty. How are things, buddy?
I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I might get yelled at.
Freddie, your next 5 minutes is just talking about Jeff Samardzija. How's that? Go ahead.
I've already said what I need to say. I've already said my piece on him.
Who was the quarterback when Samardzija played?
That was Brady Quinn.
Brady Quinn and Samardzija.
That was 05 and 06 was when he was the Blitnikoff finalist.
Was he on the team during the Bush push?
That was 05. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 05. Golly.
My brother was at that game. My brother and my dad were at that game.
All right, Freddie. Fast Five with Freddie. Hold on, I gotta change the branding here. I got it. There we go. Talk to us about stuff.
All right. The stuff I wanted to talk to you guys and to everyone about today is something that I think we need to be doing with FCF. I've already brought to you guys a few ideas that I've said we need to implement, but this is one that I really wanted to get into in depth, and it was the idea of, maybe you've seen it in some other leagues, the idea of having some wide receivers in motion at the snap instead of being
like regular
set.
arena football.
It's something you see in some forms of indoor arena ball or in the Canadian Football League, where you'll see everyone else is set, and then you'll see some receivers making a dash toward the line of scrimmage, I believe is what it's required to be. They're in motion. They're getting a running start. And one of the reasons why I want to do this is I want to give kind of a buff to the pass game for FCF. Right now, we're kind of in a place where the metagame is really run-based, especially with quarterbacks. Right now, with the way the rules are, you really want a quarterback who can, if nothing else, scramble out of a bad situation. If the play that was called doesn't go the right way. And I think doing something that is going to give your big-armed quarterbacks and your fast wide receivers like Jordas, or like some of the smaller, shiftier guys who kind of got lost in the fold. You guys were talking about a lot of these receivers and how fast they were. all the way through last year, and we didn't get to see it so much. But I think letting them.
I think a lot of that has to do with, well, a couple things. One, the field is so tight, right?
That's true.
It's a tighter field. I think going forward into season 3, our field dimensions will change a little bit from what I understand. I love the idea of like dynamic movement before the play is called. When I watch Canadian football, it looks like old NFL blitz, right? OVO Go says fans should be able to control the motion downs. Yeah, sure. I mean, I think that they're maybe on certain downs you have motion, right? Like,
or it could even be. Or it could even be only one receiver is allowed to be in motion. So you don't have the entire core all going down the field and you can just chuck a Hail Mary. You have one guy, maybe it's one designated guy on each play who gets to be moving. But one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because if you actually look at the numbers for the first 2 seasons of fan-controlled football, quarterbacks are at under 50% completion on their passes.
That's hard. Yeah. Okay.
And it's honestly, it's a couple guys at the very bottom who are really dragging the numbers down. There are a couple guys where if you took them out, we'd be right at 50.
Sorry,
I'm
Brian
not
Allen.
naming names on a stream, but
go ahead. Give us some names. Give us some names. Who we got?
Yeah,
Brian Allen.
names. It's okay.
Brian Allen.
Brian Allen. Number one.
Another guy that I'm going to get to later when we're doing shout outs for guys who are currently playing. Not Izzy.
Okay.
You want to get into that now? Shout outs to some FCF guys from the past.
Let's go. You got 2 minutes.
I think I've shouted out Kyle Kitchens before.
Okay.
FCF season 1 alum, currently with the Berlin Thunder in the ELF.
So is Slade Jarman.
He's also on this note card.
Sorry.
Go. Kyle's probably the best defensive player in the league right now. We're halfway through the season, and he is 4 sacks away from breaking his own league record for season sacks.
Oh, wow.
He's at 12. He needs 16 to tie.
Can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchens. Yeah.
Exactly. But, luckily Slade Jarman, as you said, just joined him. So he's now going to be on the receiving end of any of that, hopefully.
I saw the Berlin Thunder won like 60-2 last week or something like that. Or 60.
There are some pretty bad teams at the bottom of this league. Slade just joined mid-season. The old quarterback went on IR, and so they called in Slade, who was playing in Austria. His team didn't make the playoffs. Through 3 games, he has 14 touchdown passes.
Jesus. Okay.
Through the first 2, he didn't have any interceptions either.
Wow.
He was at like 10-0 ratio. But
him.
he's really laying it up in a way that I don't think we even got to see the full extent of when he was over here. So shout out to that.
The Slade spin move will live on infamy forever. I think we
That's a big one.
Who else we got, Freddy?
Last one I wanted to shout out is the one that I wasn't going to name earlier, and it's Mr. Danny Southwick.
Whoa!
Really did not have a good time in FCF.
He did
but
not.
He has reemerged in the National Arena League as a quarterback for the Orlando Predators, who are locked into a playoff spot as of now. But the league is down to 5 teams for the season, and they were going to have a 4-team playoff. So,
right on. How did Mitch Kidd do at the end there in West Texas?
They're the one team who's eliminated, and he's on IR right now. So at least you can't blame him for how badly it's going right now.
I got to talk to him. I think he's back home. I saw him post something about being back home up here in Monterey. Okay, so Southwick playing okay. A question for Southwick there in the National Arena League. What's his completion percentage? Has he complained about the balls in his hands? Has he complained about anything?
I haven't heard anything about the balls. I would assume he's doing better because he's at a 62 completion percentage.
Whoa, Leighton, did you hear that?
He was like 2 for 16 in his time in the FCF.
Got to be the balls.
So, hey, he's doing better, and he's going to be in the playoffs. So, it'd be nice to see where things can go from there.
Did not see Southwick coming up on our bingo card today. Had no idea that was going to happen. All right, you got a thumbs up or thumbs down before we let you go?
I got one. When you guys were talking about darts earlier, I said in the chat, hey, I've got something that I want to mention later. We have this thing in my family. We have this little It's Connect 4, but with ping pong balls.
Oh,
so it's almost like beer pong, but you're trying to line them up. You're trying to get a line.
So you're shooting them.
Uh-huh.
I saw that with basketballs on like TikTok or something.
That's kind of what I was thinking. That's what if we did something like that with hoops, where you had maybe the things are virtual, so you don't actually have the balls stacking up, but you have like an LED thing that counts them up, and you get to shoot it through one of like 5 different hoops, and you're trying to line stuff up as some kind of
instead of throwing.
Should we do?
Go ahead, Leighton. Go ahead. Sorry.
Should we do like our own version of the Ocho, but it's strictly sports fans come up with?
Yes.
And we pick like maybe the top 8 or 10. And like we don't do a league for this, but it's like for one weekend or whatever. We just broadcast these sports
like an All-Star weekend kind of thing.
Yeah, and we bring that in. Yeah.
Like instead of darts, we're just throwing javelins at large targets, like a large, like actual spear throwing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I would love that actually. Just find an open field and just.
My
leg.
What do you call it? What do you call your family game there? Is it like Connect Pong? Pong?
Oh no, it's like it's Connect. It comes in its own. They actually sell this thing.
What? Oh,
in stores. We got it at like a Macy's in Toledo one time. We just saw it, and it was like, okay, we're doing this during family get-togethers, but it's like Connect 4 shots or something.
Man, I like it.
I want this.
FCF jousting.
I do want jousting.
I
do want that.
That's really hard. You know how hard jousting is? Horse stuff.
No,
that's how people get really injured.
That's your next socials thing. Jousting is really effing hard.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, what we could do is
night
put guys
L
on like,
clips. That's how we do.
They're going just directly at each other, and you have like the ones from American Gladiators, and you just kind of jam them up there.
Yeah.
Jammy jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freddy Airmail, the absolute legend. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
As always, love your ideas. Next time, draw up some of what these plays might look like. Maybe give us like a couple diagrams of what some of these plays might look like. And
I will
I
make a note to do that.
The more crazy and not confusing, but the more crazy it looks out there with people being like, wait, where'd he go? That's the kind of football I want. It's the kind of football I want. Right?
Will do.
Freddie Airmail.
Get back to work.
Get back to work. The Golden Domer, the Notre Dame. Do you know he's actually related to Jeff Samardzija?
I didn't know that.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Yeah. Ovio goes FCF beer pong, but the fans picked the liquor on the made shots.
Oh, I like that.
Oh. So we've got we've got a cooler full of bad beer, Mad Dog 2020s, some Boone's Farm, bagged wine, boxed wine, like cheap liquor, Alizé. Like put bad stuff in there, like really bad
Taylor
stuff.
Port.
Oh, Taylor.
God.
Yeah.
I had a whole Taylor Port era. That was
really? Were you just smoking cigars and drinking port wine? It's Jay Spacely. Power up. Let one offensive player line up anywhere they want for a play. Behind the line of scrimmage or in front of the line? Like, can they
immediately? I thought of a wide receiver just being in the end zone. Just I'm here.
Hi. Whack. That's pretty funny. Yeah. All right, we got 2 things left to get to, Leighton. First, Mexico wins the Gold Cup. Now, my brother and I were having this discussion of what is the Gold Cup and why do we care about it? And then I found out we lost to a friggin' canal. Okay. And in this picture, you'll see that's Teddy Roosevelt being very upset because he's the one that was the president when we built the Panama Canal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Panama, like, I think there's as many people in Panama as there is in like half of Texas. How are we losing to Panama?
I mean, like, do you want to know how? Like, actually, how we lost, like the PKs, or just
explain to me, Leighton.
You know what's crazy? Here's the thing: I didn't even watch the game. I just saw the advertisement for the Gold Cup, and I didn't see the U.S. on there. I was like, hold on, this is the final, Mexico and Panama. So then I did research, and I was mad. I was like, really? PKs to Panama.
I'm sorry, Leighton. If we lose to Panama, everybody loses their job.
New team.
All of the coaches lose. Just guys, there's got to be some sort of relegation of something. We can't lose to Panama. And no offense to Panama. Yeah. I'm not trying to insult the country, but it's not.
Come on, right? It's one of those.
Man.
Like, you lost to Vanderbilt in football?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is the every year. Remember when the Browns went 0-16 or the Lions went 0-16 and they're like, oh, I bet that Alabama could beat Detroit. No, they can't. That's a college football team, okay, against a bunch of pros. That's what I feel like the U.S. losing to Panama is.
Yeah.
I mean, does any Panamanian play in like a European league, like a Premier League? Like,
I don't know.
They play?
I don't know.
Does anybody from Panama play in the MLS?
I blame my geography teacher. I actually know nothing about Panama. This is terrible. I just know that we were supposed to be on the other side of that Gold Cup flyer. I know that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of USA soccer fan I am. Like, look, I don't pay attention to anything you all do. But when there's a continental trophy, I expect you to be in that game.
What I'm saying here, Leighton, is that the reason they set up these stupid tournaments is so that Mexico and the United States play in a final. Or at the very least, Canada. Okay? That's the only reason.
Like Southerner there.
Freddy Airmail, great call. Panama has earned the right to build a U.S. canal.
Right through Florida. Yes. Do us all a favor in the South. Just right through Florida.
Ruthless Cutie. Mexico? That's Mexico and Canada.
Mexico and Canada.
Canada.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, right down there in Mexico.
Oh, hey. All right. Finally, this weekend. I don't know if you saw it on the social media.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I watched it.
Ed Sheeran gets up there.
It was actually hard. It was hard.
It was kind of hard, right?
It actually led me to going on YouTube and studying the history of hip hop in Detroit. The video I found was terrible, but then I found a cool one about Detroit discotheque. I didn't know that was a big thing in Detroit. Like, it was,
really.
That was it. For some reason the Detroit hip hop video said nothing about Eminem. It was like the hip hop music scene in Detroit started in the year 2000. I was like, what? That doesn't. Okay, all right, so. Yeah, no, this was
Ed and M and Ed and M.
Ed and M.
I think it's
I like Ed and M.
Ed and M. Yeah.
Ed and M.
Hey, Ed and M.
Yeah.
Hello, bro. Okay, well, listen. Motown obviously defined music for a long time.
Yeah.
What's crazy to me is that Motown didn't parlay that into hip hop. Like, it couldn't.
Right. It was like something totally different.
Yeah.
They should have actually.
Yeah. Right. Like, they were already there. Take the sound. All right. This leads me to my question. Fan controlled concert. You go to see your favorite artist. I'm going to give you an artist. Okay. I'm going to give you an artist, and you're going to give me the cameo that you want to see at the concert. Fans control it. They say, boom.
I'm scared of this list. Okay. I'm so scared of this list.
All right. Drake. Who do you want to see pop on stage with Drake?
I feel like it's the one I've already seen, but I want to see it again. 21 Savage. That's an all-star pair. Does it have to be a different genre? Like,
no, any genre you want. Yeah.
Right. Actually, you know what? My friend, he's gonna hate me for this. I want to see Drake and Ice Spice. I just want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about
one of those? Like,
what about Kendrick Lamar?
I'd like to see Kendrick and Summer Walker on stage together. I'd see that.
Okay,
I'd see that.
What about Taylor Swift?
I have to see her. Okay, so Taylor. Charlie Puth.
Oh, a little Puthage action. Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I think that'd be good.
What about J. Cole? Yeah, that's good. I thought that's where you were going to go. J. Cole from Jay Spacely says, what about J. Cole? Ruthless Cutie says Kendrick Lamar and Childish Gambino. Okay.
That'd be a good one. Kendrick. Oh, J. Cole, who I like to see on stage with J. Cole. I would probably want to see him and Alicia Keys. I feel like they'd be a good pair.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be a good pair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to see.
I have friends that are watching this, so I want them to text me like, bro, really?
Yeah.
This is what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want to see Nate Dogg and Warren G. I know R.I.P. Nate Dogg with Hall & Oates like that, doing Regulators.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Right.
That's a good one.
We need more. I want to see some yacht rock artists get up there with like a Snoop Dogg or a Dr. Dre. My era of rap and hip hop that defined my time as a youth, right? That
when
hip-hop.
he had hair,
when I had hair, okay. I mean, listen, yes, Christopher Cross doesn't have hair either. When Eminem came out with the Marshall Mathers LP in the summer of 2000, that was the greatest summer of my life, simply because of that album. That album was everywhere all of the time.
Okay, the equivalent for me would be the J. Cole Born Center album. It came out the summer going into my senior year of high school.
Oh,
that defined my summer. That defined my summer. Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. The summer that College Dropout came out, I believe, was 2000.
Oh wow,
that
hard. I just listened to that last week.
Oh man, Family Business. That's hard. God, I mean, that entire album is a single. Every song on that album is a single.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
Jay Spacey said
just
Carter
listened to that
3
last
for
week.
me. I mean, the Blue and Black album. Man,
yeah.
They don't make. I'm sorry, man. Like some of these album drops, they just don't have the same panache that they used to. They just don't.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Well, they're coming out a lot more. Like artists aren't taking as long to create masterpieces anymore. They're just kind of pumping them out. So.
And they just go.
Yeah. Just got the text, really, bro. Ice Spice. Yes, I would like to see Drake and Ice Spice on stage. Give it like the 2 minutes because it's going to be 2 minutes. She doesn't, but that would be hilarious.
Freddie Airmail says it best because albums aren't made as albums. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you ever see it, Josh, Ice Spice dances like a GTA stripper. That's how she dances on stage. You know the little move they do with it. That thing. Yeah, that's all she does. That's all she does. So.
Well, there you go. That's how we end Back to Work on a Monday. We're here every single Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Josh Macuga, Leighton Batiste. Leighton, where can the good people find you online?
At Fan Control Lay on Instagram. So just hit me up there. Send me some funny stuff. We'll repost it.
Hell yeah. Ruthless Cutie says, what was your first CD for Josh record? Wow. Burn.
Ouch.
No, I had cassette tapes. Okay. My first tape was Billy Joel Stormfront in 1989. Okay. I memorized We Didn't Start the Fire. Yeah, I can still probably do it for you.
What's my first CD that I bought with my own money was trying to get the name of the album, but it was Chris Brown's album with the song Kiss Kiss. That was it.
Oh, wow.
I just don't remember the name of that album.
Me. Kiss, kiss.
Yeah.
Freddy Airmail, the Digimon movie soundtrack. Freddy, you're on a timeout, bud.
All right.
Oh, wow. Ruthless Cutie, first CD, System of a Down, Toxicity. Jay Spacey, my first CD was the John Cena CD. Of course it was. Couldn't see it, but he could hear it.
Yeah, I was going to say that existed. You could see the CD.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always. It's a Monday. Would you please just go and get back to work? Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you, fans, for watching Back to Work with Leighton Batiste and Josh Macuga on the fan-controlled sports and entertainment YouTube channel. If you liked this video, you can check out other videos right here. You can subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends, hit like buttons across all the videos, check out all of our shorts and live shows, and as always, power to the fans.